Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the Universe Zero epilogue to that arc that ran for 225 episodes across various Hot Wheels games. That does not roll off the tongue very well, but I digress. Already scrapped one recording because the the game lost its color. No, that does not have any more powers. I don't know if how many powers the organizer of this might have, since that is why they're racing. They're racing to try and find whoever brought them all here and get said person to take them back, if it's even a person at all. I just ate, like, not long ago, so there's a lot of throat congestion going on. Part of being asthmatic, it's not all that great, but it could be worse, I suppose. Anyway, so this track, well, it's unlike every other track so far. This one is a real track that's in America. That Black Cat County was supposed to be in New Mexico, but though that's not really a real racetrack, but this is a really, like, an actual real-life race course in California. The game also looks slightly different. I adjusted the game's graphics filter. I don't really... It's different, I can tell. I don't know how it's different, but it clearly is. Yeah, let's get So Fast. Okay, maybe So Fast wasn't the best vehicle to pick for the camera, as he just gets obliterated off the line. Okay, let me go closer to the front. Burn leads into the second corner. Metacog close behind. XT3 attempting to hold his own in third. I'm in fourth, but I know for a fact that won't last too long, as here comes DKRS right behind that. His little RX-7 aptly. Because this car, or this track, is sponsored by Mazda in real life, though that sponsorship has just ended in real life, but there's gonna be Mazda billboards everywhere, like you can see up there, and yep, I am dead. I'll probably be muting my mic a few times in this first round. I'm just trying to get this congestion to go away, and that's not always easy. Anyway, there are several vehicles behind Vert here. Obviously. That was fighting with Racecam. I don't know if Racecam still resents that for the number of times that it was attacked by that during the course of really all of the games. And now Danny is going for it. Weird exit from that corner. That's not really, I don't think, what he had in mind. No one's really that close to each other. Alex is actually stuck in 13th. I don't think this is quite where he wants to be. This track doesn't have the same kind of straightaways as the last few have. So, vehicles that don't really have much power, such as my own, which is still hanging on to 6th, really don't lose as much as they would, say, at the Highlands course, because the straightaways are really brief. As it's a nice, close, probably closer than they would like, argument through that corner. Danny easily passes his girlfriend. I think they'd even still be together after all this. And 16 Angels does the same. Racecam isn't far behind that. Alex plans to continue to move through the field, but he has to get past this This Sonic the Hedgehog covered roadblock in his way first. Meanwhile, as I come to the end of the second lap, Metacog apparently got around Burn at some point, probably going to that downhill corner. Or the final corner, it could be either one. Yeah, and now he's created a convincing lead. It's getting constricted up here for third place. XD3 is trying to block Drift King Ryan. Vert trying an interesting execution. Obviously, he's not really close enough for that. And we're just kind of in their little clumped up groups, because we have those three fighting for third. Then fighting over sixth is myself, Vat, Danny, and 16 Angels, who just got smoked by Danny into that corner. And then kind of a little bit grouped up is Sparky, Alex, and Racecam. And then Gearhead just kind of witnesses the battle for 13th between So Fast and Dr. Justice. Ryan has unsurprisingly cleared XT3. Vert will now try to do the same, which really has basically already been done. As XT3 kind of overdoes it there. Your resistance is futile, XT3. I'm sorry to announce. Oh, here you have a righteous conga line of motor vehicles going into the final corners on third lap. What is a vehicle? Is it because it's black and yellow? It's actually yellow and gray. There's not really any actual black paint on the car. There's black carbon fiber, not paint. And I'm dead. See you later, 16 Angels. Metacog is... he's left the building. That's... only way to possibly phrase this. Burns got some distance between Ryan, Storm, and Vert. Vert looks to actually attack on Storm here. XT3 maybe can hold on to that fifth. That does have some distance to cover. Plus, I think Danny is about to pressure him. I think that super of his might be tuned a little more than that would probably like it to be. Or try something here. No. Vert is not Danny. He will actually wait for an opening to go in, and not just, hey, there's a gap here, let me take that, and not really care about the consequence. Alex passed me. Not the leaderboard will tell you that, but he did. So I'm in the last points position, but Racecam would like that point. I'm assuming. Maybe you wouldn't. I'm just kind of assuming. Angels just kind of watching these other two, kind of three, as they're both catching XT3, despite Danny being right on top of that. And that gap cut like 3 seconds smaller between that and XT3. As Danny takes a wide berth there. God. Metacog has checked out. He's almost got an entire straightaway on Burn. As Ryan and Vert approach the Lamborghini. And that approaches XT3. And then bringing 16 Angels and Danny in tow. I don't think XT3 likes that filling up the mirrors. Let's see how he handles this. Admittedly, That honestly only has one more good chance to get XT3, and that's the final turn. Unless he tries something really crazy here. But I kind of feel like it's the end in the final corner. There's not really much I don't think XT3 could possibly do. So Metacock is 1. Burn holds 2nd. But that's not really relevant right now. I think XT3 is going to hold it. Danny tries something on that, but he botches his exit. 16 Angels might try, no. So the XT3 finally found his groove. I have scored a point! Poor Gearhead, man. At some point he just needs to get out of that super tuned. He's not that big of a robot, he can fit in a normal car. Otherwise, he definitely couldn't have done Fawcett EX very well. Yeah, this is just sort of back. Being in this, basically blue whale of a motor vehicle. So those are the final results and the fastest laps. Obviously, that's not the total race time. That'd be ridiculous. 16 Angels had the fastest lap, but started... So that's the end of that. Mugello, which is a racetrack in Italy. MotoGP races here in real life. It's interesting with cars. It's not really the most thrilling track. Ah! Blah. I zoned out, and then the car made noise, and no one heard that. Ay. Oh, Vert starts in last. That'll be interesting to see. Metacog doesn't start too well either. I thought I saw rain for a second, but this game didn't program rain. They couldn't get it into the game. Kind of a crazy first row here. It'll basically be between Storm, Burn, and 16 Angels for the win, I feel like. Moving through the field in 5 laps time isn't really the easiest task. Vert will probably try, and you might even score points off of this race alone. Which, you know, damage control will be his goal. Given that this random grid order has kind of not helped him. And Burn leads like the first sector of the course. This is actually a really sweet top 5 right here. And then I'm just kind of spoiling it. Gearhead also is kind of getting shuffled. Alex has already gained 3 and about to be 4 spots because he's behind my Nissan. And I can't really do all that much against him. Metacog is in 10th, but okay there. Maybe don't do that too much. I'm going to keep death to a minimum. XT3 is missing. It's not quite where you usually put your car. That looks stupid up ahead. What is that? Come on, chicken body baby, do the conga. Seriously, this is just What is Assetto Corsa? This is like NASCAR. But with right turns and with Mercedes. As race cam almost loses control of his car. We saw that. Poor's so fast, it's just down in last. Oh, maybe he's not so poor. Maybe, like I said, he could just be doing this on purpose. Byrne is about to lead the first lap. Danny got Ryan at some point with, I think, that behind them. Yep. I'm still in 6th. Alex, do Alex stuff already. There you go. Please pass me. I don't deserve to be up here. The top speed on Vert's car. Holy cow. It's not even that fast. There are many faster cars in this game, just none of them are here. Alex tries to make inroads on the group in front. I'll just be happy to just watch. Vert continues now to make gains on Metacog. These two have been dueling consistently throughout this championship so far, and we're not even close to done. We're only like, well, this will be round 5 of 20. We're like a quarter of the way done with this. And these two just continuously been on each other. See how the lead battle is doing. 16 Angels is leading for the first time in this championship. Byrne has been shuffled down to 3rd. Danny got around him, and Ryan Storm intends to do so next. With that right there, playing the Bridgeward game, it seems. Gearhead's not in 9th. Please, leaderboard. It's because the leaderboard there only updates every lap. The one on the left is accurate, but I like to, I really would like to not have to use that to know where people are. This should, say where they are, you would think. So it's actually Vert behind me and not Gearhead. And I think he's about to try and dive me here? No, Vert's smarter than that. That's a Danny move. Speaking of Danny, this car is faster than that Corvette. Though in a straight line. Cornering, on the other hand, that's different. Also, Danny held back. What? Is this the real Danny? Or does he just care about his car? Whatever the case, Byrne is under attack from Ryan, but I don't think he likes to lose that position just yet. Gonna keep the camera on that here to follow them from behind. That's what following means, genius. Thank you. Yep, just still leading. Byrne does come out back ahead of Ryan. Alex, just like in DS Beat That, watching from a distance, observing, picking when he would like to try and gain. Vert's still on top of Metacog. I'm looking set to hopefully score more points. It is a decent gap to Race Cam. My cars are about even. I lose speed to gain more handling over his large muscle car. And then, of course, after Race Cam is another almost like 3.5 seconds to Dr. Justice, who is the leading car, not in points. XT3 wants to change that. But can he, though? Check on the lead group again. Ryan must have had some problems because not only did he lose a lot of time to Byrne, but that got ahead of him. Danny's still trying to make something happen here with 16 Angels. Have to see how closer he gets down that straightaway, but first, Vert and Metacog still dancing through the back section of the track. Let's see that top speed there, Danny. Doesn't get the best run out of the corner, but his car has a turbocharger in it. Among other things. There's a thing in the single-player screen where you can look at the statistics of each car with like horsepower, top speed, torque, and weight and whatnot, but you don't get that when you're choosing cars for a single-player championship. Oh my. What do I watch? Oh, Byrne locks the brakes. Ryan double overtake? Danny is... Oh, Byrne... Wow, Byrne ate that. Not literally, he didn't actually eat him. Danny got 16 Angels and Ryan got 2 people. He got that and then Byrne because that was held up by Byrne locking his brakes. One of them looked like from Alex's perspective. Bert and Metacog are actually catching Alex with just under 2 laps left in the race. Honestly, the other 7 don't really matter all that much. Race cam is slightly catching me, but is it even enough? Might follow that down the front straightaway at the end of the race, but I will not be following it now because it's still like 2 seconds away. Leaves that to deal with Byrne. 16 Angels is actually suffering to try and get back at Danny. I think he was really just faster. Bird is, of course, still trying to find an opportunity to mug Metacog. I think the race just kind of calmed down now until we get back to the straightaway where 16 Angels might use slipstreaming to try and get back at that. That is known, or not, that's not that up there, that's Danny. Danny is, as you can see, a little unstable. All that power. That is right on top of Byrne as we come out of the final turn of the track. As is... no, actually no. Thing is, Byrne's car is faster in a straight line. That might try something here. It's too far away. Only gonna get one more run down that straightaway. Oh, at some point XC3 did actually get around Justice. With more time in the race, he might actually would probably possibly catch race cam had I held him off well enough. But there's not enough time in the race for that. We're now getting a 3-way train going here as Alex oh, Alex is apparently oh my, Metacog, where are you going? Okay, I'm glad I tuned you for that. Yeah, actually we can see race cam and I, but there's only about a minute or so left of race time here, and that's definitely not enough to bridge that gap, unless you have a significantly faster car. I think when we keep an eye on these 3, though, Metacog is trying to attack Alex, but every time he does, he just leaves himself vulnerable to Bert. So he has to try and strike the balance there, and that's never an easy balance to find for any race car driver. However, he's definitely not getting anywhere close to it. And it's just basically gifted 7th position to Vert. Oh, no. Not that easy. Basically on the grass is Metacog as they go into the final corner. Danny wins after making many overtakes. Alex should keep... No. Let's not say that. Vert will lose 7th. But Metacog might get Alex? No. That leaderboard is lying again. Metacog didn't finish 8th. Vert did. The organizer's biased. Maybe he doesn't like the robots or something. But Metacog definitely got that position. Okay, no, he did keep it. That was just the leaderboard on the side. I was just confused. Yeah, no, Vert definitely did not take 7th. The fastest lap does go to Danny. He's in a time attack car. Perhaps that shouldn't be all too surprising. Silverstone. There's a couple things you can do with this. You can make it sunset, morning. I usually just like to keep it around noonish. Of course, it's England, so there's always some good old moisture. As the Facebook Messenger chat of mine is going nuts with weird theories. Very interesting bunch. However, they tend to argue a bit more than most people would probably enjoy. Anyway, that's not relevant. What is relevant, this is the location of the British Grand Prix in Formula 1 racing. This track is probably older than my grandma. No, definitely older than my grandma. And what would United Kingdom be without some fog? I'm already kind of regretting this, I'm not gonna lie, I should just put it on light. Oh, so fast is already starting last. I don't think that's helped his odds much. XT3 gets a pull, but I don't think Metacog likes that. Alex will just bide his time. He got a horrid start. According to this, he qualified 4th or 9th and lost 4 positions off the start. Metacog will try and hit XC3 around the outside, which he convincingly does. Apparently Vert will hit that at one point, as the vehicles are damaged. That thinks about it into this corner, but doesn't think long enough. I'll hide your head. I have an advantage over someone, because I can turn better than you. I'll say that thing is supposed to be an SUV, but it really doesn't look that big from here. It doesn't look that big at all. Bert wants to get Metacog, but XT3 is apparently blocking this endeavor. As that and Danny battle through these kind of S corners. I saw the map cars are going too high, I just couldn't find them. Now Race Cam and Alex go too wide into the kind of last-ish corners. Alex comes out ahead and 16 Angels will just follow. Most people have cleared XT3 now. He's back down to 4th. And a couple more still queuing up to get around him. That and Ryan have intentions. Blue and yellow make green. And so make XT3 in 6th. Dr. Justice just clawing onto like nothing, trying to keep 7th and score for the first time. Unlikely though, because I imagine as soon as we get to a straightaway, that Lotus's 200 horsepower will be exposed. Race Cam puts a maneuver on Burn, and I am not doing great. XT3 and Ryan go too wide as that's already gotten around him. And, Ryan, buddy, where are you going? The road's over there. Angels closes in on the professor. And then just smokes him. Like, wow, okay. Alex would be next. I don't even think we need to see that. Actually, we kind of do, because this is kind of a weird place to try and pass somebody in any car. Well, when you have that much more power, it's not, I suppose. These are the three we want to watch. These three are like leading the championship. Metacog, Vert, and Danny. And they're about to have to fight over this win. Danny is planning on attacking? He has to brake too early, though, is the problem. Still kind of forces Vert off his line. That endeavors to chase, but I don't think he has the pace for that. Ryan does clear XT3. XT3, I think, might have missed his braking a little bit there. He got disconcertingly near the back of Ryan's car. This cam is sort of in his traditional 10th place. Advantage sufficient enough to deal with that, though. I went to the wrong car. So they're still on each other. That is getting near. I think that's just because they're all getting within each other's way. XT3 must now fight 16 Angels. XT3 may remember what happened at Brands Hatch, the second race, where 16 Angels, I guess, just got tired of sitting behind him and moved him a tiny bit. But that Corvette is definitely faster than that BMW and will now be going. Metacog tried something crazy there. Some audio. I don't know if that's going to be in there. That cannot see. I cannot see. No one can see. Good old United Kingdom fog and moisture in the air, I suppose, is to blame for all of that. Should have put on light fog. Really should have. Oh, Vert got him at some point. Though not with an undamaged vehicle, I suppose. Danny will probably be attempting to get Metacog shortly. Looks is still being delayed by XT3. Burn running got past both Racecam and Dr. Justice. Justice got really close there. I thought he was about to hit him. Danny is prepared to do something. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the racing order, I just kind of follow Gearhead through the final corner to start our last lap. That has finally gotten up to the second and third place cars. Doesn't really have much competition for fourth. So if he wants to, he could probably try something on the slightly risky side towards the later half of the course. And he might not lose anything of value doing so. XT3 finally gave way to Alex, but Alex kind of went too much on the brakes, and XT3 almost had an opportunity to get back, but he didn't take it. I don't know if he just didn't think he'd make it, right, or what, but he just had the opportunity and just kind of watched it fade away. That gets ever closer to Danny and Metacog. Vert has left the building. Ryan is nowhere within striking distance of the other three, nor is Angels, and he's hardly even within striking distance of Ryan. Alex begins to break away from XT3. What will Danny attempt to do? Probably nothing. I don't think he's close enough to do much of anything, but we shall see. No, he's not gonna try. He nearly gets into him, but doesn't try anything. 16 and Ryan actually closed in. If this were a 5-lap race, that could have gotten sketchy. But it's not, and I'm kind of upset that it's not, but it's not. Duh. XT3 takes home more points. And Justice scores. Albeit only a single point, but he scores. Here's Cam kind of performing a little bit underneath his expected zone of, well, what he should be doing in this car, and as a racer. I'm not sure how happy he'd be with that. Huh? So that's not good enough for you, organizer. You really do not like, he doesn't like the Justice Clan. Maybe he doesn't like Dr. Justice. Because he might not get points this time. We have to do the race again, otherwise we can't get to the 8th race. This is kind of where I wish I had, editing skills. I don't really have them on here. This is an extra 10 minutes of racing that doesn't necessarily need to happen. Unfortunately, I can't simulate the race. You can skip qualifying and such, but you obviously couldn't really skip the entire race, because the game would really be confused. So there's not anything to go by. And who knows how skewered the results might be. For all we know, Sparky can end up winning the race in, like, the second or third worst car here. Second worst being if you don't consider Gearhead's vehicle as a car, I suppose. Now it's, I guess, time to hope that these remaining races fit within that time limit. I don't have a way to look at how long I've been recording. I could split it here. But I really don't want to do a double upload. I think I'll split it. The second will be uploaded right with it, so...